Good morning, children. In the previous video, we have started a chapter Father's Health by R.K. Narayan. It is a little bit funny story and it is going to give you a moral also. In this story, up to here, what we have studied that a boy Swami, what he was doing, he was making excuses because he did not want to attend the school on Monday. After a weekend, he was not feeling like going to school, so he was making excuses. Firstly, he said he had an headache. Then he told his father that if I would go late to the school, my teacher is going to beat me violently. The name of the teacher is Samuel. So father decided that he is going to teach the teacher a lesson. Now, from page number 23, from the beginning we will start. The result was he proposed to send Swami late to his class as a kind of challenge. Now, father, what he did, he wanted to send his child to school late. It was a kind of challenge that if Samuel is going to do something with the boy, then he will see him. He was also going to send a letter with Swami to the headmaster. Now, what he was doing, father wrote a letter and he gave that letter to Swami and asked Swami to give the letter to the principal. No amount of protest from Swami was of any avail. Swami had to go to school. Now, Swami was not able to protest, Swami was not able to deny and refuse to go to school, and he had to go to school. By the time he was ready, father had composed a long letter to the headmaster, put it in the envelope and sealed it. Then what father did, by the time he was getting ready, he was putting on his uniform, father wrote a letter and sealed it and asked Swami to give it to the headmaster. What have you written, father? Swaminathan asked apprehensively. So anxiously, in a worried manner, Swami asked that, what have you written, father? Then father told, nothing for you. It is nothing for you. Give it to your headmaster and go to your class. Then Swami was worried. He asked, have you written anything about our teacher Samuel? Then he asked, have you written anything about our teacher Samuel? Then father said, plenty of things about him. Yes, I have written so many things about him. When your headmaster reads it, he will probably dismiss Samuel from the school and hand him over to the police. Then father said, I have written so many things that when your principal is going to read them, your principal will throw Samuel out of the school or hand him into the police to the police. What has he done, father? Then Swami asked, father, what has Samuel done? Well, there is a full account of everything he has done in the letter. Then father told, everything he has done is written in the letter. Give it to your headmaster and go to your class. You just hand it over to your headmaster and go to your class. You must bring an acknowledgement from him in the evening. Means, acknowledgement means uh, after reading the letter, what he thinks, you must ask him in the evening when you come to home. Swami went to school feeling that he was the worst perjurer on earth, means false witness, because he had lied. He had lied all the things. His conscience bothered him. Now he was feeling bad. Conscience, the power of judging right or wrong. Now he was feeling very bad. He wasn't at all sure if he had been accurate in his description of Samuel. Now he was thinking that whatever I have described about Samuel, was that true or not? Then he could not decide how much of what he said was imagined and how much of it was real. Now he was confused. Whatever he has told, was that a lie or truth? He stopped for a moment on the roadside to make up his mind about Samuel. He was not such a bad man after all. So he stopped on his way and he thought for a while and he decided that Samuel was not so bad. Personally, he was much more genial than the rest. So personally, he was much more friendly and that is pleasant than the rest of the teacher. Often he cracked a joke or two centering around Swami's inactions, and Swami took it as a mark of personal Samuel's personal regard for him. So Samuel used to crack jokes on Swami, and Swami did not feel bad for them. Swami felt happy after those jokes because Swami thought because of those jokes he was personally regarding him. But there was no doubt he treated people badly. He cane skinned people's hands. Swami cast his mind about for an instance of this. Now he was taking up the negative side of Samuel. He thought, yeah, he really treat people bad in a bad manner. He used to put so many canes on the hands of people that there was none within his knowledge, but he didn't remember those. Years and years ago, he was reputed to have skinned the knuckles of boy in the first standard and made him smear the blood on his face. So knuckles, the other side of your hand. He beat that boy there, and blood came out, and he asked the boy to put that blood on his face. No one had actually seen it. It was just a story. It was just a story. No one has seen that. No one was aware of the truth behind that. But years after year, the story persisted among the boys. But the story was there among the boys. Swami's head was dizzy with confusion in regard to Samuel's character, whether he was good or bad. Now Swami was thinking bad. Swami was thinking so confused that he was feeling giddy. He was thinking that he was a good character or he was a bad character. He was so confused. Whether he deserved the allegations are charges in the letter or not. When we accuse someone of doing something, they are charges, they are allegations. Swami felt an impulse to run home and beg his father to take back the letter. Swami was feeling an urge. Swami was feeling in his mind that I should go back to house and ask father to take his letter back. But his father was an obstinate man. Obstinate man means determined. He was not going to change his mind. As he approached the yellow building, he realized that he was perjuring himself and was ruining his teacher. Means when he entered the school, he found himself as a liar, as a false witness, as a um, bad person, and he thought that I am going to ruin my teacher's life. Probably the headmaster would dismiss Samuel, and then the police would chain him and put him in jail because of this letter. He was thinking that these things can happen. Then, for all this disgrace, humiliation, and suffering, who would be responsible? So, for all these bad things, who is going to be responsible? That letter. Swami shuddered. Swami was feeling so bad. He gave in. The more he thought of Samuel, the more he grieved for him. The dark face, his small red streaked eyes, his thin line of mistake. So he was thinking about Samuel only. Now he was feeling so bad that father has wrote that letter and asked him to give that letter. Then his unshaven cheek and chin, his yellow coat, everything filled Swami with sorrow. So while he was, you can see in the picture, while he was remembering Samuel, he was feeling so bad. As he felt the bulge of that letter in his pocket, he was feeling that big size letter in his pocket. He felt like an executioner. Felt like an executioner means a hangman who was going to hang a man to death. He was For a moment he was angry with his father and wondered why he should not fling into the gutter the letter of a man so unreasonable and stubborn. Now he was thinking about his father's nature, that he was so stubborn, he was so obstinate. Why he was not able to put that letter in a gutter? As he entered the school gate, an idea occurred to him, a sort of solution. Now, when he entered the classroom, he thought of a plan, a solution. He wouldn't deliver the letter to the headmaster immediately, but at the end of the day. So he was thinking that by the end of the day, I will submit the letter to the principal. To that extent, he would disobey his father and exercise his independence. There was nothing wrong in it, and father would not know it anyway. If the letter was given at the end of the day, there was a chance that Samuel might do something to justify the letter. So he was thinking that at the end of the day, I would give the letter to the principal, so I will not disobey my father as well. And in the meantime, what I can do, I will do mischiefs in the class, and I will make mistakes, I will disobey Samuel, so maybe Samuel would do something. So today we will stop here only, and in the next video we will study the rest of the chapter. Till then you are supposed to revise the chapter. Thank you and have a nice day, students.